Hello, my lovely class. I thought I would get on and do another video. I'm sorry if you are overloaded with videos, but today at Packet Pickup, we had some parents who I think are kind of frustrated, and I can totally see why. I have 4 kids at home, and trying to manage all 4 of their accounts and online assignments and Class Dojo and Remind and Teams and Freckle. It's crazy. And if I wasn't a teacher and didn't know how to log into everything, I would be so confused and frustrated. And that's not what I want for you or for your child. So I'm really trying to make things as easy as possible. And I'm trying to do it through a video so that you can watch and hopefully easily navigate what we've got going on. Please, 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 if you have any questions, you can email, message, any way that you know how to get a hold of either I, Mrs. Anderson, or Mr. Hollow. If one of us doesn't have the answer, we will figure it out for you. I just really don't want you guys to be frustrated. So anyways, I thought I would send you this video, and hopefully this can clear up a few different things. And I did add some things today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll with it and kind of show you what I've got going on here. So I'm going to show you from my computer view what we've got going on here. Most of my videos now will be linked to YouTube because Dojo only lets me load a certain time length of video and then it cuts me off, which is a pain in the butt. So first things first, I'm going to go through how to get to Teams once more. If you already know and you feel comfortable with it, you can go ahead and skip ahead. If you don't feel comfortable, then please stick with me. Very first thing, if you are accessing any of this from the school district website, I'm going to walk you through how to get there. So from the school district website, you are going to go to Parents and Students, and then you're going to go down to ClassLink. Your child will have to log into ClassLink using their login for the computers at school, which should be their first name, middle initial, dot, last name at bsd1.org. Their password should be capital B, Buffalo 19. Once you are logged into ClassLink, theirs will look a little different because mine is the teacher version again, but theirs should have a lot of the same icons. First things first, I'm going to go over Teams and how to get to Teams and how to get to email. So from ClassLink, you're going to be clicking on this Office 365, and it should bring you directly to their 365 platform. If you are going to be completing a lot of the documents for their classwork, you're going to be completing a lot in Word. You can just get to Word from here, save it to, you can save it to their OneDrive. OneDrive is like their cloud where everything gets saved automatically. So there's a great place to save their work. Into OneDrive. I would recommend saving everything there so that you don't lose anything. From there, we can find our Teams app. So if we click on Teams, it should bring up your students' teams. Now, in my last video, I told you that the teams can look kind of crazy. There's teams from last year. There's teams... there's a whole bunch of teams on there. I have done my best, and Mrs. Anderson and Mr. Hollow have done our best to try and label our teams to make it a little bit more, a little easier to navigate. So all of my teams should say Pisani, with the exception of my math class, which is Math 705624 Math, green square. I, for some reason, cannot get this logo or the name to change. I need to talk to tech support about that, but that is going to be kind of low on the priority list as of things to do right now. So what I'd like to show you is when you are in Teams, you may access my homeroom is going to look like this. It has a little pi sign on it. I have added assignments into Teams for homeroom, spelling, reading, social studies, communication arts, math, and science. What I'm asking that you do is when your child logs into their Teams account, they can go to, they should have teams over here or assignments. You can go either way to get to access to the assignments. If they click on the team that they, basically this is, think of this as our digital classroom. So each of these is its own little class. So if you click on, let's say, spelling, for example, you go to Pisanti Spelling. Of course, it's not going to work. You will see the assignments that have been posted in Pisanti Spelling. Yours may look a little bit different because this is mine again, but it's basically the same concept. So there's 2 assignments that I posted in spelling. One is the spelling weekly work from last week. One is the spelling weekly work from this week. Notice that the due date for this week is, it says 4/3, but the due date is actually April 7th, which is next Tuesday, because I give them a week to work on it. The due dates are here. You can click on the assignment. Now, one thing that I would like to remind you is that when you go to an assignment, when I said click on the assignment, let me go back, general posts. Please click on view assignment, not reply. When you click on view assignment, it's going to actually bring you in, and I'll go to the student view. It will look like this, and it'll say spelling weekly work, when it is due, here are your instructions. So you're just going to take a picture of last week's spelling work and upload it here for a grade. It's 100 points. You will have a little plus sign right here where you can click, and you can upload a picture or a Word document or however you want to add it in there. The nice thing is, from my end, I can see who has turned it in, who has viewed it. So right here, Mr. Mason Fellows has viewed it, but has not turned it in. And then when it's turned in, it gives me a check mark. I can easily click on it, give them a grade, and we're done. So this will work really good for viewing your assignments and turning things in. So that is our spelling. We will have 2 assignments are posted, and I'd like for you to try and get in there. If you have problems submitting things, let me know. If you're confused, let me know. I can help with that. So if you go through the teams, you should have probably little red reminders here or a red reminder on your backpack icon here that lets you know that things are due. So in our reading class, if you clicked on it, you would see the 2 things that are due. Again, you're going to go to the assignment, click on view assignment, go in. It will tell you exactly in the student view what is due, when it is due, and then you just upload the work. Any questions, again, please just email me, shoot me a message on Class Dojo, anything. So all of the ones that have the little red icons are going to have some kind of work that needs to be submitted. Now, this is all work from last week and this week because I was unable to collect the packets. I did have 2 people hand in packets that before we knew that we couldn't take them. If you are one of those people, you know who you are. I have your work. Do not fret. I will get it in there, okay? The next thing that I wanted to show you is I have uploaded some important documents. All of the important documents that have to do with my homeroom class will be right here in the 6th grade homeroom. So if you click on Pisanti Homeroom 6th grade, and then you go up to Files. Files is right here, and you're going to click on Files. I have uploaded a couple of important documents. If you click on this class materials, it will bring you to the parent-student instructions for Freckle. This also went home in your packet today. It gives you really good instructions on how to get into Freckle, how to log in, what to look for, and then I also commented over on the side. You can read my comment. Here is our class code. It will ask your student for their class code, and this just gives you a good rundown of how to work Freckle. I know people are confused about Freckle and Teams and all of this stuff, and for the most part, we will be dealing with Freckle, Teams, and any other and maybe some of those other items that are inside of their ClassLink dashboard. For instance, we may do some things in, well, this is where they'll be taking their AR quizzes in Renaissance. We may be doing some things in Think Central for math. We may be doing some things in science or social studies in here. So if you are able to get into ClassLink, you have all of these items at your disposal here. So that's where you're going to find everything. So as long as you can get into ClassLink, you should be good to go. Again, any questions, please just message us. Another important thing that I did upload in the files part of our Teams is instructions for accessing Mrs. Muller's Teams assignments. I have had a lot of people message me and ask how to get to Mrs. Muller's stuff. She did post this on Class Dojo, but I also thought I'd post it in our homeroom. She has a step-by-step picture of how to access her assignments in class or in Teams. So that is also in our files in the general Pisanti homeroom. Okay, last thing in Teams that I want to show you is I created, if you go to just the posts, I'm in the post section of our class homeroom, and you scroll down and we get past all of this stuff, I created a class meeting. What I would like for us to do, if it is possible, and you have a computer that has a camera or a phone that has a camera, and even if you don't have a camera, you can still get the audio, not the video. I would like for us to try and get as many of our class members on as we can. Tomorrow, April 1st at 3:30 p.m., I would like for us to all try and get on there, and it's really just for me to see how it works when we are basically in a face-to-face meeting with multiple people. I'm just going to be talking and saying hello and catching up as a class, seeing if we can talk to each other. I really don't completely know how this is going to work, so please bear with me. But when you click on that meeting, at the time that we are going to do the meeting, so April 1st at 3:30, you will click tomorrow on where I clicked, and then you'll come over here and hit join, and it will bring you to the meeting, and you'll hit join now at that time. You can mute your video, so take your video off, mute your audio. I have the option to mute everyone's audio in case people are talking at multiple times. We're just gonna try it. It's just gonna be fun. Don't stress about it if you can't get on there. It's not a big deal. It's just to try it out and see each other, and hopefully have that option if I want to teach something face-to-face in the future. I hope that helps you. If you have any other questions about the Teams virtual classroom, this is where basically all of our work will be going on. I did talk to a couple of teachers or a couple of parents in the pickup, and I let them know that this week will be basically our last week of packets, we're hoping, and we're hoping to move next week completely online, except for those people that don't have online capabilities. We'll have to still do packets for, but we're trying to get completely online. I'm going to do another video just on Freckle right after this, so if you want to watch that video, I would appreciate it. We will have a lot going on Freckle as well. Please reach out to me. I am here. I don't feel like I'm doing enough for all of you. I miss you terribly, and I don't want to cry. I miss all of you, and I hope to see all of your smiling faces tomorrow at the meeting. Okay, goodbye.